you have all these thoughts, but I was like, I can't do it. Like, that's just not something that, but in the first bit of we talking, that shit is hard for me. I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
But
I got a question for you.
Yeah, let's hear it.
What's the most challenging obstacle dating a famous former porn star?
Cause that shit's not easy, bro.
It's not like she's a regular one.
Yeah.
And I think everyone in the chat knows who she is. They're all spamming her name, but what's the most challenging thing? Because if it's like, it's one thing if you date a girl that's like unknown and like she went to OnlyFans for a bit and she quit, but to date someone that was like legitimately like a famous porn star, like what's you think is the most challenging obstacle or obstacles? There might be more than one.
Yeah. I think at first, I'm a protective guy. Like, this is my girl. That's how I feel. Like, I don't want any other guy talking to her, flirting with her. I think even like in the fact knowing like that's out there, that makes me upset.
Yeah,
makes me mad. That hurts me. I don't want any girl or any guy doing anything with my girl.
Yeah.
Any man would feel that way.
I'm not coming on here and saying like I'm for that. I'm not ashamed to tell you guys that.
Yeah.
That's just the truth. But I got to know this girl more and more, and she's an incredible girl. She's the sweetest girl I've met. She's the smartest girl I've met. And I think everyone deserves a second chance. And it was hard for me, but I got to a point where we're a couple months in a relationship, and I had to ask myself, like, is this what I want? And if it is, I can't look back. I have to accept it. And I accepted it. And this girl is the most loyal. Everything I'd ever want in a relationship, anything I'd want in the future with a girl, this girl has. She's incredible. She's there to take care of me when I come back from my long trips and I'm exhausted. She supports me with everything I do. She ride or die. We have no place to stay in LA. We gave up our place. When we come to LA, she hosts all the guys, my whole team, my producer, everything. Like she supports everything I'm doing, and we're doing really well. And we're succeeding more and more every day, and she's there riding by my side. And I think all of that, that's what I want. And her and I have great chemistry. I have a lot of fun. This is an amazing girl.
All right. Well, me and you talked kind of off air, so I'm not going to bring all the things up. I disagree.
I'm cool to talk about it.
Yeah, I disagree with giving a girl a second chance. I genuinely think that once girls make certain decisions, they're blacklisted for life.
Let me say this.
Yeah, go ahead.
That might be true. And I do think there are some things you can't come back from, and you should never do this, but I did. And that's that.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that's where me and you disagree. Well, where you think second chances are appropriate, and I could see how people come to that. But me, I think there's certain behaviors that if a woman exhibits it, she disqualifies herself for life from a serious relationship. And then given like the caliber of like, she wasn't just like doing that; she's like huge, in the industry. So for me, it would be a big no. But everyone's different, man. Everyone tolerates different things.
I'm not saying it wasn't tough.
Yeah,
it was tough.
I would imagine.
He's a strong man.
Yeah, you have to be strong. There's a lot of things.
You gotta be strong. Beyonce and Jay-Z had this situation.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
That's different.
No, they didn't.
This might be a one of a kind situation, and that's why you can't listen to anybody. Sure, you can take your friends' opinions in and everything, and there's the whole internet. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna listen to myself, and like I think you guys would agree with this. Is it very, very hard to find someone who is loyal to, that you love, that you see eye to eye, you can take on life with in this world today, in this society today? It's very tough, wouldn't you say?
In general, yes, but I would say
okay, that's fine. In general, I think I found a girl who I enjoy to take life on with, and I think
seems to me like you found somebody that you can, I want to say, be with, that actually helps you with your goals.
Yes.
And ultimately, you made a choice for yourself as a man. Now, I'm not going to argue that part, but us, for what we know from dating experience, we just know that sometimes the past does matter. Actually, I would say all the time.
It does matter.
And it actually will hurt you on some level.
And also, you're a lover boy, bro. So, like, I don't know, man. I think she got the wool over your eyes a little bit if I'm going to be all the way a million. And I think, like, you being a lover boy and being that romantic, like, you're seeing things in her that might not necessarily be there in full HD, but you see it that way, and you're operating from an idealistic lens versus a realistic lens.
I think it makes me more. Yeah. I think. Sorry, I don't want to cut you off.
And what I've come to realize is that girls that come from certain backgrounds are very good at putting out a certain persona to attract the man, and then the claws really sink into you after they got you married or after you guys are cohabitating or whatever, and you might see the other side. Because once a girl gets in a certain industry or certain background, there's certain traumas that exist in them that won't rear their ugly head until there's altercation or conflict, and it might come and you might not expect it. And I think you being an idealistic guy, being a lover boy, being pure-hearted, you see the good in her, but you might not see the dark side because you haven't seen it yet. And I mean, I'm not hoping for anything. I hope it works out. But girls that come from that industry, bro, they have demons that they're fighting all the time, and it's very difficult for them to get them out.
I agree. And you know what? To answer that, time will tell. But
time will tell.
And as a lover boy, you know, I've done a lot of growing up. I know who I am. You know, I've been through this. I've met a lot of girls, met a lot of people. I think it does make me more understanding. It makes me more understanding and more patient.
We had this discussion with Neon, you know, and I'm a little bit older than you guys, so I'm speaking from experience and also from law enforcement background, where I would interview people that were extremely manipulative and extremely conniving and cunning, and would be able to sell, you know, a certain persona, people that are sociopaths, etc. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, women that are involved in sex work typically always score very high in all these traits, and they're able to sell a dream or a persona to a guy that might not be aware. And
I think you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I've met a lot of people in this industry. This is just a certain situation. She's different. And I know you, if I were you and I was listening to me, I would think the same thing that you're saying. I'd be like, this is crazy. I could never do it.
A little healthy skepticism, right?
So she's your soulmate.
She's my soulmate.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Ladies,